I'd like to thank Chief Perkins in thinking of me for this position.
For thinking. Hi.
Hi.
I'm a little nervous.
You'll be fine. Shall we?
I was going to thank you, too.
Sure you were?
Perfect timing.
Seat over there, Mickey.
Detective Connor, I think you know mostly everybody here. The only person you don't know is Inspector Wilcox from Undercover. All right, then. I think we all know why we're here. After what happened at the big farm, there needs to be some changes. It is imperative that we come up with a system where all departments are in communication with each other. I would like to introduce Mickey Collender, the new Executive Interdepartmental Liaison.
That's quite a mouthful, isn't it? EIL is fine. I would just like to say a few words before we start, if you don't mind. Chief Perkins.
This is bullshit. Well, are you telling us that we have to answer to her?
No, no one is answering to anyone. This is about communication flow.
You can't be serious. How can Collender be objective with her head stuck up Cold Squad's ass?
Wilcox, please.
What, Andy? I can't
Look,
speak
there's
the truth.
no
Speak
call for you to
anymore?
talk like
Are you
that.
getting a little bit
You don't have to
sensitive?
know. My department is...
Enough! Fine, Jesus!
Christ.
Look, this position is real. All right? So we are going to get through this if it takes all day.
Forget this. I need a smoke.
All right, then. Let's all take 5.
Can't seem to shake this daily vibe, and my attitude is dry.
So, Andy, I never really got your take on this new job.
Well, I think I never should have quit smoking.
As for me,
That's what I think.
I gotta move on. I'll walk away from it. I won't come back.
Have you thought at all about the fact that the woman you were intimate with is going to be back in your life any day now?
Yeah, I know. She's finished rehab.
How did you leave things with her?
I said we'd talk about continuing our relationship.
How do you feel now?
I don't think I can do that. I value my job more.
You feel you can't have both?
Cop and a hooker. I don't think so.
And if she's become a different person?
I still think the answer's no. I gotta get to work. For my ex-partner.
Of course.
Hey.
I figured you could use a little color around here.
Hey.
It's a nice office. Is there a mistake?
No, I don't. Oh.
Miss me already, don't you? It's a little congratulatory gesture. You're gonna need it.
Yeah, tell me about it. First day on the job and I'm already swamped.
Hey, that's why they pay you the big bucks, though, Mick.
Whoa. Nice office. Let me make a mistake?
Harper to use that one.
Well, listen, when you're done with your little party, you'll never guess who's back in town. Horton.
Andy Horton. The guy we liked on the Wu murder?
Mm-hmm. Somebody said they saw him over at Bushwhackers. I thought I'd go take a look. Oh, I'm sorry, Mickey. I was just liaising with Nico here. Should I have gone through you?
That's supposed to be funny.
No, it's just a little bit of cop humor. You probably wouldn't get it. Later. How was it you found Horton?
Oh, it was a total fluke, really. Got a call something's going on at Bushwhackers, but by the time I got there, everything had simmered down.
Well, how did you know who he was?
Are you kidding? I was still in training when the shooting happened at Lady Boo's. 2 blocks away at the most. I've got all the clippings.
Was he alone?
There was a few bikers he was chatting with.
Oh, yeah? Who are they affiliated with?
Color Step Friends of Lucifer.
You know anything about them?
Past colors on a whole heck of a lot. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm gonna be on foot patrol around Bushwhackers this entire week, so if the suspect in question shows his ugly face.
Whoa, slow down.
Well, we are planning to arrest Horton, are we not?
Yeah, we're gonna do exactly that, but we're gonna have a chat with gangs first, find out more about the Friends of Lucifer.
After you talk to the new tight ass and internal liaison.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem. That tight ass used to be my partner.
So tell me about Horton.
Man, he's a piece of work. He's got a rap sheet that's almost Dickensian.
Dickensian? Well, that's more than 3 syllables. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm not just a pretty face. Anyway, a couple years ago, Horton's trying to get in bed with this massage parlor owner. Guess he figured he could sell a few of his goodies from there.
You talking about the guy with the Asian guy with the young wife?
Thomas Wu, yeah. Her name was Maria.
Right. When he refused to get into bed with Horton, he and the wife were gunned down in the massage parlor. Then Horton mysteriously disappears. I, too, am not just a pretty face.
Thank God. Anyway, I had Horton on the back burner for the longest time. Now that he's back in town, he's got my full attention.
Who spotted him?
Some patrol officer. She defines eager.
Nico.
Billy. You look different. What are you doing here?
60 days, Nico. You said we'd talk.
Not at work. Okay?
You didn't return my call.
I've been really busy.
You promised if I stayed up drunk, we'd talk about us.
Us? I can't do this right now.
Look, that's all Stiles told me, okay? Talk to Henderson and sex crimes. I gotta go.
Trouble in Paradise?
Oh, really, don't even get me started.
Listen, I need a favor. What do you know about the Friends of Lucifer?
Sure. They're pretty small potatoes, really. I think they're based out of Abbotsford. Colander. Chief Perkins, hello. Can you hang on a second? Allie, I gotta take this.
But this is only gonna take a minute.
Take a number. I mean, I got a conference call in 3 minutes, and I'm late on my homicide briefing. I'm sorry. Chief, sorry about that. What's up? Yes, I have it right here. About an hour ago, actually. Okay.
Hold on. Give me a second. What are you doing here?
I need to talk to you.
I already told you, not here.
This isn't about us. I just wanted to tell you that when I was at the Canby a couple of days ago, I heard something. There were these 2 guys, and they were talking about breaking in somewhere and killing some old man.
What old man?
Some pharmacist on Hastings, Wackel's diner or something. Said they smashed everything. Everything, including a skull, and they were laughing about it.
Billy, did this really happen?
What do you mean?
Well, is this some kind of mystery crime that you've invented so that you can come back here to talk to me?
No, it's the truth. Oh, but since you brought it up, you and me, what do you want to do about it?
I gotta call it off.
Oh. Why?
I just don't think it's a good idea.
Is there someone else?
I'm sorry.
Your loss.
Bukowski. His name was Bukowski.
You listen to everything, don't you, Harper?
Just what matters to me. This Bukowski was a pharmacist, and he did die of head injuries 2 years ago.
So?
So it's a lead.
I don't think so. The only reason she was here was to get back with me.
Yeah, well, maybe, but what she said was the truth.
Well, Harper, you're welcome to it.
Okay.
Hey, the way you dumped her? It's classic.
Hey, how was the surgery?
Sorry?
The surgery, you know, to get the phone receiver off your head.
Oh, yeah, cop humor. Still don't get it. I want to apologize. I might have been a little abrupt earlier.
Oh, it was your first day.
Yeah, but you and I were partners, and the last thing I want to do on the first day of a new job is piss that away. So, I had a chat with gangs.
Oh, yeah?
Friends of Lucifer is an offshoot of The Chosen. They formed about 18 months ago.
What's their story?
Drugs, gambling, usual suspects.
Anything else? Come on, Nikki. Partners, remember?
I can't.
Yes, you can. Come on. Is Horton with them? All right. A patrol officer told me that he was. Is she lying? Nikki, come on. You're in the information department. Why don't you just give me some? Is Horton with them?
Yes.
For how long?
A couple of months at least.
What are they up to?
I don't know.
Mickey.
Come on, Jesus, Allie, I don't know. I'm your friend here. Stop treating me like your new snitch.
Okay. Sorry. But Horton is with them?
Yes.
Friends of Lucifer?
Yes. Listen, you find anything out, you brief me on it. Promise.
No. Good.
Cheers. Have fun. Don't get too drunk.
So this is your hood, huh?
Was my hood.
What makes you think they might be here?
I just know the type, okay, and this is where they hang.
Well, I'm gonna need a little more than that. Age, height, hair color, whatever you got.
Does Nico ever talk about me?
Nico keeps to himself a lot.
Don't you cops talk all the time, like in stakeouts and stuff?
Well, 15 years in the job, I've learned not to listen. Is there, anything?
I'm sorry.
Look, Billy, I need to know that I'm not wasting my time here.
They were both kind of thin. One had kind of curly hair, and the other was wearing a toque. That's all I remember.
Look, if they're telling the truth, do you have any idea why one of them might have done it?
Well, maybe they stole some painkillers or something. Maybe they were gonna, you know, kill the old guy.
Well, there was no mention of any theft in the homicide report.
That's because it happens all the time. Every drugstore around here gets hit. Trust me on that one.
Okay. All right, maybe I'll check it out.
Right, where do we start?
No offense, but, I'm gonna go this long, okay? We'll see you.
Yeah, it's a rough neighborhood, all right.
So why do you stay?
Long-term lease. But the neighborhood's changing, a new Yale town, at least according to the developers. I just hope I can hang in there until that happens.
Did you happen to know Pernell Bukowski?
From Bukowski Pharmaceutical? Oh, sure. He was a nice man. Awful what happened to him.
Did he get broken into as well?
Like I said, it's a rough neighborhood. But you learn to take precautions.
Yeah, I can see that.
Truthfully, Mr. Harper, I'm not surprised by what happened to Pernell.
What do you mean?
He had a soft spot for the junkies. He was always a little too trusting.
So you think it was one of his customers?
Probably. He distributed methadone. His customers were not mine.
Okay. Thanks.
Wow, looky who's here. Always figured you're into the ladies, Ellie.
It's Allie, and I'm really glad to see that your sense of humor is still intact. Woo!
So how did you find me?
Word gets around. Seems you're hanging with a certain gang.
I hang with a lot of people, Ellie.
But some more than others, right, Horton? Like, boys with bikes?
If you're talking about the Friends of Lucifer, I'm not even a real member. Hell, they're not even a real gang.
Not what I heard.
What do you want?
Why don't you come on down to the station and I'll tell you.
Look, if you're still dogging on me about the damn Wu murders, I'll tell you what I've already told you a million times. I didn't do it. Hell, it wasn't even in the province.
Yeah, I know what you told me. Thing is, I just don't believe you.
I don't have nothing to say, and you got nothing on me.
It's true. But if you don't talk to me, I'm gonna become your new best friend. Everywhere you go, I go. So how do you think your friends and me, not really a bike gang, are gonna feel about that? Ballistic says the weapon is a Ruger P-89. Does that sound familiar to you? It should. You bought one in September 1997, 4 months before the Wu murders took place.
I do a lot of big game hunting.
Well, then perhaps you should work on your aim. You got Thomas down in one shot, but the girl tried to get away. It took you 3 shots to put her down.
Look, I've never even set foot in Lady Wu's. I'm a solid citizen.
Really? 1992, statutory rape. 1995, possession and distribution of illegal drugs. 1996...
Allie, someone here to see Horton.
Kind of in the middle of something here.
It's his lawyer.
I told you I had nothing to say.
You know him?
Who?
Horton's lawyer. He looks familiar.
Sorry. Find something new on Horton?
No.
So why'd you bring him in?
Because he's been hanging out with a bike gang for a couple of months.
So?
So Horton's a lone wolf. The fact that he's hooked himself up with a gang is kind of interesting.
Where'd you hear this?
Little Bird told me.
Little Bird happened to have a desk on this floor.
Maybe before she flew upstairs.
Nice to have friends in high places.
You know, I got better things to do with my time.
They'll be here. So you married?
Yeah.
Long time?
Next question.
Oh, that good, huh?
Right, I forgot someone like you would be an expert on married men.
Well, I know that if their wives knew what married men really wanted, they wouldn't be their wives. So what's Nico think about you hanging out with me?
He doesn't know.
You didn't tell him about us?
Us? There's no us.
What, you think I'm like aching to jump your bones or something?
What's so funny about that?
You're what, 50?
I'm 36.
In your dreams.
So you're really off the junk, huh?
Yeah.
It must be hard coming into a place like this.
That's why I don't go here anymore.
What do you mean?
I mean, not often, just when I'm looking for killers.
I want you to look me in the eye and tell me that you were here recently. So you lied about this whole thing just to get back with Nico?
Wait, no, I didn't lie about what I saw. I just lied about when I saw it.
When was that?
About a year ago.
Look, you want to talk to Nico? Go talk to Nico. Don't waste my time.
Allie.
Hey.
Heard you couldn't keep Horton, so what's your next move? If you'd like, I could recommend a
Listen,
couple of us keep...
I appreciate your help with everything.
But?
But you're not a detective, so it might be better if you just let me do my job, okay?
You talked to Reggie Hawk?
Who?
Old buddy of Horton's. Drugs put him in jail 2 days ago. Detective?
Casey, please, just hear me out. You need to cooperate with this department.
Get off the phone.
Give me a minute. No, not you, Casey. Wilcox and I just gotta... oh.
What the hell gave you the right to pull favors for Cold Squad?
First of all, I didn't pull any favors.
Bullshit.
Second of all, what are you talking about?
We had a sting on Andy Horton. Yeah, you look a little surprised.
3 months. 3 months we've been watching. We've got operatives all over the Friends of Lucifer.
What for?
Horton is knee-deep in a human slave trade operation, okay? He's arranging to have 2 containers of Indonesian women come in, we believe, within the next 2 weeks.
Who knows about this?
It's a joint venture, international cooperation, the whole 9 yards, but with your ex-partner sniffing around, Horton's getting restless. The whole operation's about to crumble.
Did you ever think that maybe, just maybe, I needed to be briefed on this?
It's a sensitive operation.
You should have told me. How the hell am I supposed to control information if I have no information to control?
I don't care. That's not my problem. Just keep your mouth shut about this.
And if I don't?
I tell you what, you don't play nice with Undercover. The only information that we're going to share with you is when softball practice is, okay? How's that sound? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do to me? You brought Horton in when you knew you had nothing?
Come on, Mickey, you'd have done the same thing.
You should have told me.
He was a bad guy. He killed 2 people. I was letting him know I wasn't going to forget him.
I confirmed that Horton was riding with that gang. You owed it to me to keep me in the loop.
I'd have gotten to it.
You are supposed to tell me before you do something.
Oh, listen to you. Didn't take you long to stop being a cop, did it?
I'm still a cop, Allie.
No, you're management now, Mickey. There was a time when you'd have fought the system as hard as me. You remember that?
Oh, I'm still fighting the system. I'm just doing it from a different place.
Don't kid yourself. You're one of them now.
Look, you stay away from Andy Horton, all right?
Tell me why.
I can't.
Wrong answer. You Reggie Hawk?
It all depends.
I'm Allie McCormick. I'm with Cold Squad. Is it true you used to run with the Friends of Lucifer?
So what if I did?
Did you know Andy Horton? Right. The code of honor, you know, I always find it very touching how you guys will stick up for someone who called you a bunch of cake eaters.
Oh, spare me, please. I'm immune to all cop tricks.
I can cut you a deal.
Except that one.
So, I'm listening.
Show me what's on the table.
Prove to me you're not wasting my time.
All right. Horton's a periphery member. He's got some ties to some businesses in Alberta. That's all I know.
What about Thomas Wu?
Never heard of him.
He owned a massage parlor, had a young wife named Maria.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure, I remember her. Yeah, sweet little Indonesian number. She was a shrewd one.
Don't you mean he was? It was Thomas who ran the parlor.
Well, he may have ran the parlor, but believe me, she had her fingers in a bigger pie.
Which was?
People. The ultimate commodity.
What do you mean?
She got her girls from Indonesia, and as far as I know, they weren't here voluntarily.
And Horton knew about her business?
Intimately.
What are you doing here?
Looking for you.
How'd you find me?
I followed you from the station. You know, for a cop, you could use a few pointers.
So what, you want to play another round of Where's Waldo? Maybe we can go to the zoo this time.
I found them.
I've heard that one before.
It's the truth, and this time I've got names.
Hey, Andy. Got a minute? I think I might need you to run some interference on Mickey for me here.
I take it you're not finished with Horton yet.
No, not by a long shot.
So what do you have?
Well, this is the story I'm taking a shine to. The Thomas Wu murder had nothing to do with drugs. We should have been looking at his wife the whole time.
His wife? Why?
The girls who were working in her parlor, she was smuggling them in from Southeast Asia.
So what's Horton's involvement?
He was her partner.
You get this from Mickey?
No! Got it the good old-fashioned way. Some asshole in jail who knew what went down.
I take it you believe this asshole?
I'm leaning that way. You know why I remembered who Horton's lawyer was? He's an immigration guy. I gave evidence for him about a year ago in the Jahal Darwinter trial. Makes sense for Horton to hire him if that's the sandbox he played in.
But you still don't have enough to nail Horton.
No, but I have enough to hit him hard. He's a slave trader, Andy, not some garden variety asshole.
Hello, Blondie. Can we help you?
I hear you guys are hooked up.
Heath? Are we hooked up? What are you looking for?
A certain letter of the alphabet.
A certain letter of the alphabet. 20.
Thanks.
Little tip for you. You gonna flip X? Don't do it in plain sight of an officer.
I believe that's called entrapment.
Is that right? Let's go. Up. Come on.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna forget about the ecstasy in exchange for some information. What can you tell me about Pernell Bukowski? Okay. Then let me refresh your memory. He was the former owner of Bukowski Pharmaceutical. He was killed in a burglary. The perpetrators were never found. Now, the good news is I'm not going to have to take up too much of your time because this case is pretty much over already. That's DNA, just got processed. You see, after the two intruders left Bukowski's, there was blood all over the place, but some of it didn't belong to the deceased. So, if you feel like talking, now's a good time.
It was an accident.
Shut up.
Look, we were totally hopped up with speed or some shit. I mean, we were wired to the tits. Then the old man started screaming. I just wanted to scare him, but there was blood everywhere, so we finished him off.
Pretty quick temper there, Heath. Must have come in handy that night.
Get us our lawyer. I bet that DNA crap is from Bukowski.
Never said it was.
You don't understand. That stuff.
Shut the hell up!
Hey! She should have told us!
Who? Where'd you get the drugs?
Get us our lawyer.
Look, you two guys were 16 at the time, and thanks to our Friendly Young Offenders Act, you get a slap in the wrist. But it's up to me to decide how hard that's going to be. And where'd you get the drugs?
You can't be serious.
They said you gave them green pills that you called little monsters along with some kind of speed derivative.
What can I say? They're junkies, and junkies like to lie.
What else can you tell me about Nick Lane and Ethan Sedlak?
Well, they tried to steal from me before.
They ever make off with anything?
I don't know. Look, Mr. Harper, I don't mean to be rude, but
Yeah, sure. Just one more thing. Why of all people would they want to finger you?
probably because I didn't give him drugs, which is more than I can say for Bukowski.
Hold on a sec. First you say he's a sweet man, and now you're saying he was a dealer?
It's just what I heard.
And you didn't think to tell me this before?
He was a sweet old man. I didn't want to ruin his reputation.
Stuff will kill you, you know. I'm a police officer. You mind if I take a look in your purse?
You know, right?
I'm afraid I do. I'd say you and your friend are in a bit of trouble here.
He my fiance.
Really? You're getting married?
We leave tomorrow for honeymoon. Go on long trip.
Where exactly is it you're going?
Nice try, Allie. By the time I finish my nap, I'll be out of here.
Sweet dreams.
Allie, Jesus Christ, what's going on?
He was gonna fly the coop tomorrow afternoon. I had no choice.
So you're holding him on a bogus drug charge?
It's more than drugs, Mickey.
You and I both know what's going on here.
Oh my God, I'm this close, Mickey. Before we're over with this, he's gonna be in for way more than that.
I asked you to stay away from him. Polachek's office.
Oh, am I gonna get a spanking?
Hey, guys, what's up?
Allie put Horton into lockup.
Well, that's what we generally do in these parts.
It's a flimsy charge, and I told her to tread softly. Horton is involved in something more than a cold case.
Like what?
He's working with the Friends of Lucifer to import a number of Thai women into Canada.
Tell us something we don't know, Mickey.
Okay, how about this? Undercover's running a sting on him.
When?
It's an ongoing investigation, and he has made several trips to Thailand in order to set up this operation. What's so funny?
Perhaps Horton is yanking their chain. The FOL are a bunch of minor leaguers.
Well, Undercover's taking them seriously.
They may have an operation. I've got a murderer in custody.
And you're willing to keep him there, even if it blows Undercover's deal?
It's not my fault. If you'd have told me, I never would have busted him.
At the time, I didn't know.
Well, what stopped you when you did?
Undercover asked me not to say anything. They didn't need the world to know.
Ah, the world. We're the world now.
Wasn't it part of your job description to share information, Mickey?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Maybe you should figure out who you're working for.
Yeah, Allie, that's great advice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything else?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Good.
What's this?
Came to you from records, something about an Anitra Hundle.
Oh, check this out. Our friend Miss Handel has a history of credit fraud.
And am I supposed to know this person?
Miss Handel's a pharmacist who might just be connected to the Bukowski murder.
You serious? You checked out?
At the very least, something shady's going on. 18 months after opening Handel Drugs, she was nailed on running a couple phony credit cards at university.
And what's this got to do with Bukowski?
Well, maybe nothing, but she got hit pretty hard in the pocketbook. Shortly afterwards, a mysterious string of thefts started happening.
And this makes her a murderer?
I don't know.
So Lily's story checked out.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Hey, how's she doing?
No, I'm not gonna start passing notes.
Why didn't you inform Sergeant McCormick about Undercover's operations? Did they not make you aware in a timely fashion?
They did. I just didn't think it was information I should be divulging.
Why?
I just made that call.
Why?
It was a sensitive operation.
Why don't you try the truth, Miss Colander?
What are you saying?
I am saying you didn't make Sergeant McCormick aware of the undercover operation because you knew she was after Andy Horton. I am also saying that you made her aware of certain facts that allowed her to make the arrest. What I'm saying is you ruined 3 months of work so your friend could have a caller. What a coincidence. Come in. Thank you, Inspector Wilcox.
What's this about?
Have a seat. Ms. McCormick, did Detective Colander feed you information about Andy Horton?
Oh, I was briefed on Andy Horton's whereabouts by Catherine Danson.
Who?
Oh, she's a patrol officer. She's got her shit together. After having met with Horton, I concluded independently of Detective Colander that I had probable cause to arrest him on a drug charge.
Well, I would like to see Constable Danson.
No.
I'm still bringing this up for review.
Listen, you know, I'm sorry about all this stuff, but if I got a chance to put a murderer down, I'm gonna damn well do it.
I know. What are you waiting for?
I'm stuck.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Nikki,
No.
24 hours.
We're not
I've
going
got
to
24 hours to
again.
build a case. You've got access to the undercover tapes.
Not a chance. Come on, Allie. I've only been at this job already a couple of days and they're wanting to push me out.
So why'd you take this job, Nick?
What does that have to do with anything?
I just want to know.
Well, I want to be in law enforcement. I just can't stand the goddamn criminals.
Mickey, then why don't you help me get one? Come on, look, you, me, both of us, whatever, blew this undercover thing. Let's at least put the guy in jail.
Oh. You're holding him on a drug charge, right?
Yeah.
When you get the warrant on the drugs, you might want to check the upstairs bathroom.
Hey, Nate. You holding?
No charge. For old time's sake.
You get this from a pharmacy?
And what's it to you where we get this from?
This is a question. Just thought maybe there was some work out there.
It's a little tight right now.
What about that Hyundai girl? She need a runner?
Who told you about her?
Word gets around.
You keep a lid on that, all right? She's already got her runners.
Thanks, Nate. Stealing.
Okay.
Given the age of my clients and that the acts took place under obvious duress, I'm sure you'll understand that we're looking at nothing higher than manslaughter.
Well, I'll need some details shaded in before I can make that assessment.
For years, Parnell Bukowski manufactured and sold illicit drugs out of his premises. The operation was sophisticated, lucrative, and until the fall of 1998, it was, as they say, the only game in town.
Before a certain Anitra Hundle arrived.
Ms. Hundle befriended my clients over several months, offering them drugs in exchange for information.
What kind of drugs?
Fizzies, base, double rock.
Not now, Nick.
Whatever she'd get her tentacles on.
So when she'd gained their trust, She offered them a highly combustible mix of crystal methadone and an adrenaline stimulator. Once they're in an obviously excitable state, she then told them that Parnell Bukowski was about to turn snitch and that his premises were loaded with drugs. I think you can shade in the rest.
So our friend Miss Honda wanted to stop the competition and take over his business.
We're willing to make that statement, yes.
Okay, let's write it up.
I thought I'd lock the door.
You know, I was wondering, is it hard for you to make ends meet, Miss Hundle? Really must be, especially with all those student loans you have to pay and the fact that the only place you can find to set up shop is in this hellhole.
As I said, the neighborhood's changing.
Right, well, 3 years ago I might have thought so too, but it sure doesn't look that way, does it? It's, enough to make one think about moonlighting.
So what are you getting at, Mr. Harper?
Well, Mr. Bukowski, he really had it figured out, right? Nice little business on the side. It's just too bad for you that he had the market cornered.
If you have something to say, why don't you say it? Because I have an appointment this evening.
If you can't pull the trigger yourself, you may as well find someone who can, right, Miss Hundle? Guess a couple drugged out kids must look like a pretty safe bet to you.
That's a baseless accusation.
I don't think so.
Then make your case, Mr. Harper. But Ethan and Nick were junkies, whereas I am a respected, young businesswoman. I'm willing to roll the dice. Good evening, Mr. Harper.
You know, there's just one thing that I don't understand. According to your insurance records, you've had a break-in about once a month. But, you know, when I look at these metal screens, I just don't get it. But I'm betting that Revenue Canada will find a pretty interesting explanation.
You're welcome to send them over.
Well, I'd like to be here when you explain those perfectly balanced books and that, with your insurance company in attendance. Oh, and I've asked Street Patrol to drop by more often, see if they can't do something about all those robberies. See, I might not be able to get you, Miss Hundle, but I can hurt you real bad.
Can't do this.
How about your lawyer, Horton? All I know is I saw you coming out of this place with cocaine.
Hey, come on. You and I both know this is bogus. You don't have a case.
Well, then you haven't got anything to worry about, have you?
Sergeant McCormick, this could put down some big game.
Then again, I could be wrong.
You wanted to see me?
Yeah. I paid $50 a tip. Yours checked out.
What happened?
What happened is your pals Ethan and Nick are under investigation for the death of Parnell Bukowski. Not to mention that a major drug scam involving a local pharmacy has just had the wind taken out of the sails.
Shit, just promise you won't tell my friends I did this.
Don't try to pretend that you didn't enjoy this.
Maybe just a little.
Well, okay, let's say you and I make this a habit.
Think I can handle that?
Okay. Keep in touch.
You're a funny guy.
Billy. Hi. This is Leanne. She's a,
His psychiatrist.
Well, if someone ever needed one.
Hey, I hear that information you gave Harper might have panned out.
Yeah, how about that? Looks like he did something you never did. Took me seriously.
And it isn't confirmed yet, but it looks as though ballistics has the gun as a lock on the Wu murder. So, goodbye, Horton. We're gonna have to keep our eye on this one, Harper, or she's gonna steal our job on us any day.
Any fallout from Undercover?
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? I mean, if they kept us in the loop, this never would have happened.
Boys upstairs, what do you expect?
That must be pretty nice, having Mickey in your back pocket like that.
Hey, I didn't know anything about this Horton business.
Andy, you cost us half our budget this year.
Seems to me like that would have never happened if you'd have trusted Collender in the first place.
Hey, she's a suit. You tell me you're gonna trust the suit? Huh? She's not a real cop anymore. Not like you and me. We both know that, Andy.